Let's talk about multiple dependencies. Now, many software applications will have multiple dependencies as well on other applications or other systems, but databases certainly have the challenges of trying to coordinate their changes with multiple dependencies as well, because they're often the source of many changes. One of the issues is that the database can actually make its own connections to other data sources, other databases, and in some sense, function as its own application completely contained in there. This is one of those issues where we have to ensure that if the database is going to connect to other sources, that we're appropriately managing the DevOps changes there, that as the database changes, it doesn't break any of those connections. We also have the issue that database development often proceeds at a different cadence than application development, which means that databases tend to evolve slower, typically than an application. They could be faster, but usually not. And there's a challenge of trying to coordinate with application developers and database developers how often we make those changes and how do we deal with those changes. Since the database often has far-reaching effects when it changes, we want to be very careful about how we evolve it, and sometimes that's at odds with the application. The other thing is the database is usually a central point of connection. Many applications will often connect to the database, which means that any database changes need to coordinate with multiple applications because they could affect them. This often can slow database development further, a little bit at odds with the DevOps philosophy, but it makes for cumbersome development, and it may mean that database changes need to take place over a long period of time. We'll talk about how we can address some of these challenges in another module.